Are you ready to embark on a culinary journey that adds a modern twist on a classic dish? Today, we're revisiting a beloved classic, the hearty mushroom stroganoff. This dish, with its rich, creamy sauce and earthy mushrooms, has been warming hearts and stomachs for generations. But who says classics can't be updated? In the spirit of creativity, we're going to explore how even time-honored recipes can be given a fresh spin. Because, let's face it, cooking is as much about innovation as it is about tradition. It's about the thrill of experimentation, the joy of discovery, and the satisfaction of creating something uniquely yours. So we're about to take the traditional mushroom stroganoff and give it a modern makeover. And not just one, but 3 different ways, all inspired by the power of artificial intelligence. Stay tuned as we unveil 3 unique AI-generated recipes that are bound to tickle your taste buds. First on our list is the mushroom stroganoff with a hint of luxury, truffle oil. Let's dive right in. The first step is to gather your ingredients. Now you'll need some fresh button mushrooms, onions, garlic, vegetable broth, a dollop of sour cream, parsley, a dash of paprika, and of course a drizzle of that decadent truffle oil. Begin by sautéing your onions and garlic until they're golden and fragrant. This is where the magic starts. Next, introduce the mushrooms to the pan. Watch as they soak up all that onion and garlic goodness, turning a delightful golden brown. While your mushrooms are cooking, prepare your vegetable broth. This is going to add a rich depth of flavor to your stroganoff, creating a symphony of tastes with every spoonful. Once your mushrooms are cooked to perfection, it's time to add the broth. Let it simmer gently, allowing the mushrooms to bathe in the warm, savory liquid. Now, for the secret ingredient, truffle oil. Drizzle a generous amount over your simmering stroganoff. This luxurious oil will infuse the dish with an earthy, gourmet flavor that will elevate your stroganoff from delicious to divine. Once your stroganoff has soaked up the truffle oil, stir in the sour cream. This will give your dish a creamy, velvety texture that is simply irresistible. Sprinkle in some paprika for a hint of heat and a pop of color. Finally, garnish your dish with fresh parsley. Not only does this add a refreshing note to balance out the richness of the dish, but it also adds a vibrant splash of color. As you scoop up a spoonful of this mushroom stroganoff with truffle oil, you'll understand why this recipe is so special. The richness of the truffle oil, the creaminess of the sour cream, the earthiness of the mushrooms, all intertwined with the warmth of the broth and the kick of the paprika. It's a dance of flavors that's simply sublime. And there you have it, mushroom stroganoff with truffle oil, a luxurious twist on the classic. Next up, we have a delight for our vegan friends, vegan mushroom stroganoff. Let's dive into the recipe, shall we? It all begins with the selection of the right ingredients. For this recipe, we'll need a generous helping of fresh mushrooms, diced onions, and minced garlic. We'll also need some vegetable broth, coconut milk for that creamy texture, a splash of soy sauce, and a sprinkle of nutritional yeast. First things first, let's heat up some olive oil in a large pan over medium heat. Into this sizzling arena, we toss in our onions and garlic. We sauté them until they're golden and fragrant, the aroma tickling our senses, paving the way for the star of the show, our fresh mushrooms. Once the mushrooms are in, we give them a good stir, allowing them to soak up the flavors and turn a beautiful golden brown. Next, we pour in our vegetable broth, followed by the coconut milk, stirring it all together to ensure a smooth blend. Now let's talk about the secret ingredients that make this dish authentically vegan and irresistibly delicious. We add a splash of soy sauce for that umami flavor, followed by a sprinkle of nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast, if you're wondering, is a vegan substitute for cheese, giving our stroganoff that characteristic cheesy flavor without any dairy. Allow the mixture to simmer, letting the flavors meld together, the mushrooms soaking up the creamy sauce, the sauce thickening to a perfect consistency. And there you have it, a tantalizing, creamy, vegan mushroom stroganoff simmering away, waiting to be served. Before we wrap up, here's a tip to take this dish to the next level. Garnish it with some fresh parsley and a squeeze of lemon juice for that extra zing. The lemon juice adds a hint of acidity that cuts through the creaminess, balancing the flavors beautifully. Voila! A delightful vegan mushroom stroganoff that is sure to win hearts. Last but not least, we present to you a fusion recipe, spicy Mexican mushroom stroganoff. This recipe takes the familiar earthy comfort of a traditional stroganoff and infuses it with a lively, fiery kick that's sure to spice up your dinner table. Let's dive right into it. First, we need to prepare our ingredients. Just like in our previous recipes, we start with a base of mushrooms and onions. But here's where the fusion comes in. We'll also need some hot Mexican chili peppers. Choose your favorite variety, but remember, the spicier the chili, the bolder the dish. Next, we'll saute the mushrooms and onions in a hot pan until they're golden brown. This caramelization process unlocks their natural sweetness, providing a perfect counterbalance to the heat of the chilies. Once that's done, it's time to add the star of the show, the chili peppers. Saute them until they release their fiery aroma. Now, let's stir in some traditional stroganoff ingredients: a dollop of sour cream for a creamy texture, a splash of white wine for a tangy zing, and a sprinkle of paprika for a smoky hint. We'll let that simmer until it thickens into a luscious sauce, but we're not done yet. To truly capture the essence of Mexican cuisine, we'll finish off our stroganoff with a generous handful of fresh cilantro and a squeeze of lime. These will add a burst of bright, citrusy freshness that perfectly complements the spicy heat. Serve it over a bed of fluffy rice or with a side of crusty bread, and you've got a dish that's not just a meal but a culinary adventure, taking your taste buds on a journey from the cozy comforts of Eastern Europe to the vibrant flavors of Mexico. And there you have it, spicy Mexican mushroom stroganoff, a fiery twist to your classic dish. So there you have it, folks. 3 unique twists on the classic mushroom stroganoff. We've journeyed through the aromatic woods with the mushroom stroganoff with truffle oil. With its earthy notes and luxurious finish, it's an upgrade that's sure to impress. Then, we ventured into the realm of plant-based delicacies with the vegan mushroom stroganoff. Who knew that such a hearty and creamy dish could be so kind to our animal friends? And lastly, we spiced things up with the spicy Mexican mushroom stroganoff, bringing a hint of fiesta to our taste buds. Each of these dishes offers a new perspective on a well-loved classic, and we hope you're as excited to try them out as we were to create them. Don't forget, these recipes are just starting points. Feel free to add your own personal flair and create something uniquely your own. Remember, cooking is an art and you are the artist, so go ahead, create your masterpiece. Until next time, happy cooking.